Tony Khan and something he said about Edge, Adam Copeland. So, during Tony Khan's worldwide media tour of podcasts that nobody's ever heard of, AEW President Tony Khan is on yet another podcast that no one's ever heard of and made this comment on Adam Copeland's run with AEW thus far. Copeland was the TNT champion, the face of our other network. He arguably has been on the greatest run of his... I can't even get through this, of his entire legendary career, which is really saying something because he's had so many great matches, so many great runs. What he's been doing in AEW is some of the best stuff. I'm really proud of that. He was on this amazing run, unfortunately got injured and had to vacate the belt. But we've had so many great free agents come in just in the past year. So Edge, Adam Copeland, apparently this last run with AEW, according to Tony Khan, is the greatest run that he has ever had in his 30-year career.
What run?
Oh, this last few months.
What did he do? I mean, I haven't paid that much attention to him. I thought he got hurt.
Okay, so I'll run this through for you. He feuded with Christian for a couple of months. He won and lost the TNT title. He wrestled a bunch of one-off matches there were challenges, and then he beat them and just move on. And then he jumped off a cage and broke his leg and vacated the title, and that's it.
Yeah. What I'm saying. Very, very missable, I would think.
Apparently, this is better than the WrestleMania main event he had with Undertaker.
Yeah. And the run with Christian.
And the run with Christian and the tag teams and
all the stuff he did.
And with Lita for years and the live sex celebration that you're probably a fan of because you just love crazy stuff.
That was great. That was great.
Ah, dear. Why does Tony Khan say these things? I mean, I know he's the owner, but I mean, he's not doing himself any favors. Even diehard AEW people have got to be like, that's not true.
Oh, I don't know. What amazes me about Tony Khan, and I've said this before, that he'll put people on payroll, I guess. He said, "All right, I'm going to give you $200,000 a year. That's $5,000. That's $4,000 a week," and not see them for 5 or 6 weeks, or not have them on TV for 5 or 6 weeks. I think they all got to go to TV. They all have to show up at TV.
Well, I imagine a lot of them do, yeah. And they have to turn up, and then you're not used, and then you just
and then when he got rid of 10 people, oh, what the hell is he doing? He's depriving people of jobs. Hell, he made people have a job for years and years and didn't contribute or do anything. I don't understand that at all.
Have you seen the thing that's floating around with AEW recently? Someone had to file with the Nevada State Commission, I guess, or something like that, the expenses for AEW over the course of 2 filming shows. Well, one pay-per-view and a collision. They were both in the same arena. Did you see this?
No.
Okay. 1 sec. I'm going to just bring it up for you so you can have a look yourself. Okay, Dutch, as you just off air there, you went $2 million in salaries. So this is a total budget. The cigar's back, by the way, for the audio listeners. 1 pay-per-view and a taping of AEW Collision has cost Tony Khan nearly $4 million.
I don't believe that. I really don't.
So apparently,
I really don't.
This is from the newsline. Mike Mansouri filed forms for tax credits in Nevada, listing he's written expresses the expenses for the TV taping and the Double or Nothing pay-per-view show. It's cost him nearly 3.8. I haven't got the exact one. 3.868 million. So towards $3.9 million just for 2 shows. The talent budget alone was $2 million. I know it was a pay-per-view, but everyone's on a guaranteed contract. So does that mean that Tony Khan is paying over $100 million just for talent?
I don't believe that. I don't think he's that bad of a businessman.
Are you saying that you don't believe that he spent $105,000 on LED lighting and rigging? I mean, your big thing with AEW has been for ages lighting.
105,000?
105,000 for lighting.
He could do that. He could do that for lighting and rigging.
But the lighting still sucks.
But not 100 million.
Well, 100,000.
Yeah, he can do that easy.
So rigging 66,000, transportation of goods to the show, that's 50 grand.
That's good.
Operational tech support, $400,000.
operational tech support.
Yeah, we don't even know what that is. And he's spending.
I think that's the signal.
Yeah, that probably is for the pay-per-view thing. I think that might be right. So okay, if you take that out, that still leaves it with, let's round it up slightly, $3.5 million per week just to pay people. And the take was for the gates, if you figure somewhere between $700,000 and $900,000 between the two shows. So he's only taken in ticket sales $700,000 for a pay-per-view week with about, let's say, 140,000 buys. It was like something like $4.5 million. So even for a pay-per-view, he's not making a ton of money here. And he only has, what, like 8 pay-per-views a year?
I don't know, but I don't think he's spending that much money. Surely the Khan family, they're more dollar and cents wise than that. I think his father would go nuts. I would think.
So if we think, not including merchandise, let's say they're spending $3.5 million per week to keep AEW going. Let's say they're bringing in $75 million or so for rights. Let's say they're bringing a little bit for pay-per-view and, you know, to offset some of the losses, but they're still losing money. And keep in mind that AEW, Tony Khan has been saying, let me just get this off the screen. Sorry. Tony Khan has been saying that they're in the red zone with WBD. You know, we're at the 1 yard line for negotiating a great new contract for WBD with WBD. It's going to be great.
Where are they with WBD?
Well, still there.
1 yard line.
Yeah, they've been camping out on that 1 yard line for a good few months now.
And you can't get in from the 1 yard line.
Apparently not. So it's getting to the point where the deal's up in September. There is still no deal made. I think Turner or WBD may still have a right to offer or match an offer that like Amazon Prime made for the NBA. So that could take up every single penny that they have available to get the NBA to stay on TNT. And then where does that leave AEW?
Could leave them out the door.
Yeah. You've got a company who's making tens of millions of losses every single year.
Tens of millions of losses.
Yeah, of dollars of losses, I should say.
Yes. That's good.
Yeah, and now
I just cannot believe that Tony, as big a wrestling fan as he is, you know, people. I have read that it's a hobby with Tony.
It's an expensive hobby.
No kidding. So if it's such a big hobby, why is he doing? He's got to be making money somewhere.
Oh, it's never made money, AEW, in 5 years. I mean, they must have lost like $20 million on that game, like the Fight Forever game that was delayed for a year, and then it wasn't very good, and then no one played it.
Well,
you're blown away by this, aren't you? You're blown away that they spend that much money.
I am blown away by this. I'm going to use a word that you've never heard me use. Tony Khan is an enigma to me, remains an enigma to me.
I thought you were going to say nincompoop.
No. I think a nincompoop would have more, you know, business acumen than what Tony Khan has. You know, his dad had to teach him all this stuff. And surely he can tell the difference between a profit and a loss. You know, you want to make the profit as much as it can be, and you want to minimize the loss as much as it could be. But he's going in opposite directions.